NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And his throw is incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Throwing Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Murray going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Complete to number 87.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Makes the score, Cardinals.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Jones certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Going to give this time to the tailback. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Call it a pickup of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the Cardinals' 47-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action. Jones. He completes this to Sutton. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 35. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
To Andy Isabella.
Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Makes the score Cardinals 14. Buccaneers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails,
14.
Less of a field goal attempt for him.
Nothing.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they try the right side here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
From the gun, Jones. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually
it's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll get 34 yards there. Out of the gun, here's Murray. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Number 2.
Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. And the Cardinals are in. Touchdown.
Pass complete to number 2.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
And this carries into the end zone.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to float this one deep right. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Devin Duvernay. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
The kick is
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. Give him 58 yards on the ground. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
6-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Yard line.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Receiver, the ball
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
Dancing to his left, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown, Arizona.
Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your ring.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They're on the 2-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play action. Now it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Throw left side complete to Isabella. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before half for Murray. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Second and 15. Murray to air it out again. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 30, 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now he's forced out right, and now he's going to use his legs. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray able to find Isabella. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
To Andy Isabella.
The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Murray's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Play fake. Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 7, Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try and run for it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
First down, Cardinals.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Murray. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. He'll try and run it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. This will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bucs 3-yard line.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Here's Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
At the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
1-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Jones to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. first down. Murray flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Going for it all. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Complete.
Andy Isabella with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Jones now on first and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
23-yard line.
Now Jones throwing on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the gun, Jones. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Murray now. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. On first and 10, here's Murray. Being chased out left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing again on second down. Murray, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
5-yard line.
To throw again. Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. He'll get it in the hands of Clark, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
First and 10.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Gain on the play brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation. It got his man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do,
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Complete to Andy.
We got a plane to catch.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Cardinal.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on off.